Hi guys, welcome back to Diaries, where you can tune in every single Thursday on all platforms. Today, I am joined by the beautiful, lovely Bramty Juliet.
Wow. Thank you guys for...
Wait, hold it from...
Oh, sorry. Thank you for having me here today, yet again. And thank you guys for accepting me and watching and clicking on this video.
Just gave me more views. You guys, so for those that are listening, you guys can't see, but we are sharing a microphone. Now listen, okay, we are currently in Miami. I brought my entire equipment here and I ordered a microphone and everything extra, and the guy downstairs did not want to give it to me. Literally, my package was right there and he was like, "You're not registered here." He's like, "I'm going to send the package back." And I was begging him and he was an asshole. And so now we're having to share a mic, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, listen, I do have one complaint, right? So I come here, the battery dies, the microphone, there's only one microphone, the microphone input thing is dying, like everything went wrong. But I was like, you know what? I'll still be here because I love Daisy. Yeah. And, you know,
supportive friend.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, I'm here today yet again.
What are we here for?
We're here to talk about me, because I'm the guest.
No, what are we doing in Miami?
We came for a Miami swim week.
Wait, sorry. Okay. The last time that you were on the podcast, it was such a long time ago.
A year
ago. It was this is horrible. My team is gonna be like, "Daisy, you couldn't get a microphone in time." Like, I literally tried. I kid you not. I will show the Amazon receipt. But the last time that Bramty was on my podcast was over a year ago. We were just talking about it, and a lot has changed since then. And a lot of things have happened in Bramty's life that I want to talk about. So I think the first thing that I want to ask, that everyone wants to know, is that you lost something, but you gained something.
I lost my virginity and I gained kids.
No. You got rid of your...
Oh, yes. So I got rid of my implants. I made a huge decision at the age of 28, which a lot of women won't do at this age because like the 20s is your prime. And I made this huge decision to get my implants removed after only having them for 3 years.
For only 3 years?
Yeah, just 3 years.
So you got them done here in Miami?
No.
Sorry, guys, we're laughing because we're having to go like this. What? I mean, this isn't that bad.
No, I'm sure it'll be good, right?
Yeah.
No, I got them done in Tampa, but so I got them done once, and I'm gonna be very straight up. So like when we used to do all of like our influencer trips, like, you know, the famous Montana trip, the famous Miami trip, everybody had their boobs done. Everybody had BBLs. And I was literally like the only one that didn't have any of that. And I feel like my confidence wasn't as high as it was now. Yeah, for sure. It wasn't as high as I was now. And I remember like uploading a TikTok with one of you guys and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Bramty's like so flat, blah, blah, blah." And like it got to me. But I mean, besides that, like I had kids and my boobs did sag. So I was like, you know what, like let me just get breast implants. But I think it does have to do a lot with like seeing other like beautiful women around you, especially when your confidence isn't that high. So I got it once. And then the doctor just didn't do a good job. So then I did it again. And the second set of implants that I had was the ones that were for 3 years. And then I got them removed.
What? Honestly, it's so crazy though, because I feel like you were the most confident in the house every time we... And so it makes me sad that...
Yeah. I mean, no, yeah. I feel like I'm very like I have a lot of confidence. Like I'm always being funny. I'm always like, you know. But I feel like when it comes to like the physical aspect, it's like hard, you know, when you see everybody have like perfect bodies, and then especially the comments too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, whenever I moved to LA and then I started going to the events and then I saw that everybody like perfect, you know, plastic, and that, I think that was also the reason like why I wanted to get my body done, because I just didn't feel confident. But so when did you decide this, or like what were you thinking? Like, did it just happen randomly? Were you like already like kind of like slowly easing into it? Like, well, how did it?
So I wanted to get them out a year ago. Okay. And I went to my doctor who had done the previous boobs. And I was like, "Hey, listen, like I'm thinking about getting them out." And he was like, just very negative about it because in a doctor social media aspect, if I go to him and he takes my boobs out and I promote about it, he's gonna be like, oh, it looks bad, you know? So he was just very negative, like, I'm not doing it, like, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And he's like, besides that, like, it's too early. You've had him only in for 2 years at that point. So then I just forgot about it. And then afterwards, like, I just kept having like people in my life that were getting explants, because that's what it's called when you get your boobs out. It's called an explant. That were getting explants. Yeah. And I felt like it was a sign from God. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go and make a consultation with the doctor who did explants only. And he's like, no, like, you can get them out. Like, what your other doctor said was like BS. Like, you're good to get them out. And I was like, you know what? Like, I just want to get him out because, you know, you have to change him every 10 years. And I would be 36. And every time you get surgery, it's like a risk. Yeah. And when you have kids, it's like, you don't want to take that risk.
Of course not.
You know, like, if I was like single, no kids, I'd be like, whatever. Like nobody's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't care about the risk. Yeah. But when you have people that depend on you, like your husband, your kids, like, you don't want to keep doing surgeries. And then I just also just got really into like health and like holistic wellness. And it just didn't make sense where I'd be like, clean ingredients, clean products, and I have something foreign in my body.
What did you have? Was it silicone? Or
yeah,
was it?
I had silicone.
You then made your consultation. And then how fast did you get the surgery?
So the team was like amazing, and they have like a really long wait list, like a year. But I was able to get in, I think, like a month and a half after. So it was like really fast. It was like, we have an appointment. Are you down to do it? And I was like, what do I do? Like, I want to get it, but it's so soon. Like, what should I do? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because if not now, then like when?
Yeah. Okay. So then whenever they took out, did you keep the implants?
I did keep them, and my kids play with them. I told the doctor, I was like, please keep my implants. And my kids play with them all the time. Like, the girls put them right here, and then Balcom puts in his butt. Oh my
God. Wait, you guys, I literally remember when Bramty got out of surgery, I'm like, hi, like, how are you? I'm like, I sent you flowers. And she's like, do you want to see something really gross? And I was like, sure. And she sends me the picture of her implant.
The scar tissue around it.
Oh, yeah. I think you know how like sometimes the scar tissue, it grows around the boob? Yeah. That's what I'm so scared of. Earlier today, I was showing Bramty my boobs because I'm a little bit scared.
I showed you my boobs first, and you're like, you want to see mine? And we were just like showing each other boobs.
We were showing each other's boobs, and I told her that I'm a little bit scared because my implant doesn't look like it's placed correctly. I think it moved or it shifted or something. And I didn't think it was an issue until I told her that I have to sleep with a sports bra on every night because it hurts if I don't. Like, if I just lay on my back and they're kind of hanging, it hurts so bad. Yeah. So I'm going to get them checked out. But everybody was commenting, being like, are you going to take out your implants? And I was like, babe, no. No.
Yeah. Like, and with me, is like, I don't care. You know, if Daisy's happy with her body, I'm not going to be the type to like push it down her throat. Everybody has their own opinions. And I mean, like, if you're going to get them done, because Daisy was like, I want to be in my casket with my implants. She literally asked me, she's like, are you going to, right before she said, are you going to die? I was like, you guys better not take out my implants. I'm like, put them in my hands or something. Like, I am dying with my implants. Okay. Yeah, and I was like, Daisy's gonna have them on her eyes like cucumbers in her casket. But no, I mean, if she wants them, like, I'm not nobody to judge. Like, nobody's gonna have the same mindset as me. And at the same time, like, Daisy's persona, like, she has a really good sex appeal, and like, this is her like image. And you know, for me, it's like, I'm a mom, like, I'm very into like holistic and wellness. Like, it makes more sense for me. And if like this is you and you have no symptoms, and like, you do you.
You know what I love about our friendship is that we never try to shove anything down each other's throat. We just kind of let each other be. Yeah, no, our friendship is very, very balanced. Okay, so now how many weeks are you post-op?
6 weeks and 3 days.
6 weeks and 3 days. How do you feel? Do you feel, okay, I think my question is, do you feel different? Wait, why?
Because you were away from it.
Do you do that to your kids?
No.
Do they do that to you?
I do that to Lewis, though.
Okay. My next question is, now that you got your implants taken out, because I feel like because it's a foreign object, do you feel a difference in your energy, in your mental health, in your body, physically, mentally, emotionally? Like, how are you feeling now, 6 weeks post-op?
Oh, 100%. Like, I feel lighter, and it's very hard to describe this unless you have had implants, because like, you're so used to yours, it's part of you. But once you get them out, you're just like, I just feel so much lighter. I can sleep on my back now, and I prefer to sleep on my back. Like before I couldn't, because you just feel this weight.
Yeah.
And then back when I had my implants, I didn't have any major crazy symptoms where I've seen girls on, you know, TikTok have like rashes and have like hair loss and crazy things. But I do think that it messed with my implants. So I didn't want to like sit down and say I had this until I got my implants out. So then I could evaluate my body and then be like, okay, I had A, B, C, D. But I do notice that my hormones are getting back to normal. I'm getting more of an appetite. I'm not so like irritable. I just notice a lot with my hormones, and I just feel more free. Like I feel good, and I don't feel so provocative all the time. Like, you know, you wear a casual top and people are going to look at you when you have big boobs. And I just feel more, I don't know how to explain it. Like just where all eyes aren't on me all the time in a sexual way. And as a woman, like you don't always want that unless you want it. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, because I feel like, especially whenever you have plastic surgery, like the eyes go straight where the plastic surgery is, and now the attention is just on you and for who you are. I definitely get that. Well, I was about to say I'll think about it, but no. I wanted to go, but remember I had said that I wanted your size, because what was your size?
I was a 415cc.
Yeah, no, I think I'm a full C.
How many cc's though?
I just know they were both different sizes. So they did 400 on the smaller one, and then the other one was like 3 something.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to change. I thought you were supposed to change them every 5 to 10 years.
I heard it was every 10 years, but like I said, if nothing's bothering you, and if this is just like who you are, then like there's no need to feel pressure to change them or take them out.
Yeah, I don't think I would go bigger though. I'll probably stay the same, but I'll probably do like high profile or something, just because I don't like that they got very...
Would this be your second surgery on your breasts? Okay.
The only thing that I hate is I keloid with my scars. So I just hate that I got my scars tattooed over. So if I were to get my boobs done again, it would go like I would start all over basically, which is fine. But imagine I went through the nipple and then I had a huge scar around the nipple. Like I'd be so scared, because I feel like you heal perfect.
No, yeah. I mean, I showed Daisy mine and I heal pretty good.
You heal really good.
But I think that's also with like what I do to heal, like the healing process, because before surgery, I started the healing process, even though I wasn't in surgery yet, you know? So I started taking a lot of herbs and I started doing a lot of things before surgery. And then after surgery, like I kept on going. And then I also put vitamin E oil, which is good for scars, like twice a day. So I'm very on top of that. So I think it just depends on like how you're doing. Like, for example, like if you're about to get surgery and you're drinking liquor, eating McDonald's, doing all these things, like, do you really expect your body to have the right nutrients to heal itself?
Literally, whenever she showed me, I had no idea they even went around her nipple, because I couldn't see it, because you're healing so well. Okay, so you just talked about herbs. I know that I was so proud of you whenever you posted that you got your degree in...
Certificate?
Your certificate. I'm like, you went to a university? No, you got your certificate in... what motivated you to do that? Because I feel like I didn't even know about that. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so proud of her. On top of you being a mom, a wife, like doing so much and taking care of dogs and everything, I was just like, how the fuck do you do it, Brammy? Oh, that's a new one, Brammy.
Not Brammy. Stop. She calls me Bram, so like she's literally like the only person that calls me Bram, which I love, but now I'm hearing Brammy.
I think that's a new one. It just came out naturally.
That's cute though. Yeah, so it's a certificate for herbal remedies, which is basically anything you need to cure yourself. Like if you have an earache, if you have hair loss, if you have this, if you have that, like what herbs to use for that. So yeah, I'm like in the process of getting my certificate. I haven't finished yet, like which I need to do because I lacked on that a little bit. But if I were to do it, like let's say right this second, and I go on the computer 10 hours, I would have my certificate. So I'm so close to being done. But no, it basically, I think since Penelope was born, I started getting into organic foods. And so I've always known about that. So Penelope's like 9, so it's been a while. But then recently, like maybe like 3 years ago, I really dived deep into, you know, clean foods, organic foods, just like everything that the US, the government allows in our food and our medicines. And I started learning more, and especially when you're a parent, like you care more about your kids' health than your own. So I was like, why am I giving my kids these things? And you know, so I just changed my diet, my lifestyle, my kids, my husband's, like our whole families. And then I was like, I've seen, like, I would talk about it and then people would be like, why would I listen to you? You don't even have your certificate. Why would I listen to you? You don't even that, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, I'm going to go and get my certificate because 1, I love it. 2, it's a flex. Like, who wouldn't want that? And 3, because then like nobody can say I'm not credible. So it just like motivated me. So then I started, I'm in the process of doing it. And I just think it's like something amazing to do because like you can influence your people. You have a good platform to do it. It shows your kids that you did it. And yeah, that's my summary.
How long did it take to get your certificate?
So it just depends on like how fast you want to do it. It's like go on your own pace type of thing. So I'm not done with it yet, but if I were to like have been on top of it, like if I had nothing else to do, like no kids, no whatever, I probably could have gotten it in like 2 months.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So whenever you got into that, what was the biggest red flag that you noticed in like the ingredients? For me, it's just like I don't eat anything that has red
40.
Oh shit, does this have red 40?
No, I looked at it already.
Okay. Yeah, no, like that's why I stopped eating hot Cheetos. Somebody, who was it? I think it was Brie or Britt. One of them had posted saying, did you guys notice that influencers don't eat hot Cheetos anymore? And it's like, somebody was like, because we all grew up and we found out that it has red 40 in it. It's so bad for you though. Like once in a blue moon, I will eat hot Cheetos. Like in Mexico, I ate them. But because the ingredients are so much better, I feel like the food.
It is.
Just like in Cuba. I love herbal remedies, especially like, you know which
hazel?
No. No, I was going to say, you know which one I didn't like because it made me feel so... It's an ashwagandha. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
It made me... I started to notice that it was doing its thing because I remember seeing my mom cry and I was so like unemotional and like unfazed. I was just like, why is she crying? And then
yeah, because it relaxes you.
Yeah, like too much. And then I was like, wait, why am I being so like... I'm very emotional. So I was like, why am I being like this? And then she was kind of looking for comfort. And I was like, and then I hugged her and I was like, why don't I feel anything? And it was the ashwagandha.
Yeah.
But I was going through it. So it was good. But then after a while, I was like, no, I don't.
Yeah. But how does that make you feel that like it's a natural herb and it did the job and there was no side effects compared to if you were to go to a doctor and then to be like side effects, hair loss, cancer, diarrhea, blah, 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 blah.
Dude, I just think it's so crazy too because even like learning that I had so much phlegma and I had so much mucus for like a long time. And the only thing that cured it was this oil, which was mullein. Have you heard of it?
No.
It was only that and oregano oil. It was so strong though. I hated it. And elderberry. Once I started to get into like holistic and herbs and stuff through TikTok because I found out that elderberry is really good for your immune system. Yep. And so I was like, you know what? Like I can just cure myself with that. And then every time I get a cough now, instead of going to the doctor or going to CVS, I always cut up onion and then I put honey in it and lemon. And then I eat it like a syrup and it cleanses me out. So
that's amazing. It's really good though that you discovered that because and that you're even talking about it here now because like we are so used to, oh my God, my kid has a cough. Oh my God, my ear hurts. Oh my God, this. Everything. And you go straight to the doctor. Then you have a crazy bill. And then you have to go to CVS. And on top of that, pay for your prescriptions. And then on top of that, you're taking something that's going to give you so many side effects. So like, that's why God put these things on the earth, right?
Natural.
It's for you to cure yourself as well as have something to eat. But like, it's our medicine. It's like our natural medicine.
You know, even... Oh my God, this is what I wanted. I literally had texted Bramty and I'm like, hey, do you have health insurance? Yeah. Because you guys, I went to the, what's it called? OBGYN. I went to the gyno, okay? Because I was having this pain in my pelvic area and they thought I had an infection. So they put me on antibiotics. I take the antibiotics, I go to Mexico and I still had the pain and I'm like, why am I having pain? So then over there in Mexico, it's so easy to get medicine. So then I just showed them a picture of like the medicine that I was taking and I took like another round of it and I get back to the United States. I'm still having this pain and I'm like, oh my God, like what is it? So then I go to the gyno again. And the first time around, they're like, we're just going to test you for everything. So then the second time around, they're like, okay, we're going to test you again. And I didn't know each single test that they tested me for was $150. I didn't know this, okay? So then they did me another round and they're like, honestly, like, we don't know what's wrong with you. Like, you're gonna have to go get an ultrasound because clearly it's not an infection. It's something we can't see. So then I started to get scared. And so I asked her, you know, if she had insurance. And she's like, why would happen? And I'm like, dude, I get the bill It was $2,500 for the first time and the second time. So it came out to $5,000 and I'm fully freaking out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't have insurance. So then I was just like, I was begging them. I was like, please, do you guys have like a discount or something? I was like, please. They felt, so I got a discount for each one and I ended up paying $600 for, but it went from $2,500 to $600. So that's, I mean, it's better than $2,500.
Yeah.
But so then because of that, I started to look on TikTok like natural remedies and stuff because they were like, oh, you might have, a lot of women.
Like an ovarian cyst?
Yeah. So because I have a lot of friends who have PCOS and I would hear them talk about it, but I never really paid much attention. So when they told me I had to go get an ultrasound, I was like, oh crap. Then I got really scared. So I found, what's the lady's name that she went missing? Barbara
O'Neill?
Yes. So then I thought
we love Barbara.
We love Barbara. Barbara, we're your biggest fans ever.
We are. You know she has classes.
I know.
And retreats. You can go to the retreats.
But
for 7 days.
Is she still alive?
No, yeah, she's alive.
Didn't you say something good about her?
No. So they banned her in Australia from teaching because she was uncovering everything. So she can't teach anymore, but she's in the United States and then she does retreats and you can go there for 7 days and each day is like something cool, like spa. The next day is this.
Should we do that?
I want to so bad. But I'm like, I don't know who else is like into this stuff.
Bitch, me? The fuck?
You with your implants?
Me with my implants. I will show up there, have plastic. I don't care. But, okay, so I found one of her videos and she was talking about how like women that have like really bad cramps during menstrual cycles and all that stuff, or she was like ovarian cysts and women with PCOS, she's like, put castor oil. So I was like,
I do that.
So then I was like, castor oil. So I literally went on Amazon, I bought castor oil. And I bought the little bag. And so I remember I put it and my pain was gone the next day. And then I had my appointment because I had to do a follow-up appointment. This was before the ultrasound. And so she was like, are you in any pain today? I was like, no. I was like, but I think because I use castor oil. And so she was like, honestly, the nurse told me this. She's like, honestly, she's like, castor oil is really, really good. She's like, I recommend you use it every single night. I actually brought it with me because I did. I brought it with me. Good. Yeah, no. So then that's why I was like, well, fuck all that medicine. It didn't do shit for me. And I was using that medicine for so long. And then I used castor oil and it helped. Castor oil is also really good for stubborn fat.
Yeah. So I use castor oil after my surgery. After I, because I had a lot of like medicine in me, like pain medicine and everything. So castor oil is really good too. If you put it on the side where your liver is, it helps your liver detox your body. So I would put it on every night where my liver is. And then they also sell like a wool, I think it's like a wool cloth that you can get on Amazon and you wrap your stomachs just so it can like the heat and it can really absorb. But I was using castor oil on my liver and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to put some too on my armpits because you have lymph nodes in your armpits and it just helps like the detoxing and everything. So when I went to my follow-up appointment at my doctor's, they were so surprised that I didn't bruise and I was barely swollen because I was taking all of the right things. I was taking, it's called what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's an enzyme in pineapple because pineapple is really good for inflammation. So they take it's something with a B. They take it out and it's a pill form and you just take it. And I was taking like everything, arnica. I was taking everything. So I just did everything the right way. But yeah, what you were saying, like you don't have to go and spend thousands of dollars, especially if you don't have healthcare and trying to like go get looked when there are so many natural remedies that you can use to cure your body.
Yeah. This goddamn microphone's gonna be the death of me. I also saw that if you put castor oil on your eyelids, it helps people with bad eyesight.
I saw that too.
Dude, did I tell you that I can no longer see from afar or up close now? Dude, I know. I went to my yearly exam, right? I had a complaint because I was on live and I realized that with my contacts, I was squinting to read and I was like, oh shit, like I need to go. So they went, do you know what astigmatism is?
That's what I had. But I got LASIK eye surgery. Which now I see horror stories about them on TikTok. Dude, and I'm just like, thank you God for that not happening to me.
I saw somebody saying that they got LASIK eye surgery and then after that she started seeing spirits and the lady killed herself because she couldn't handle it. So I was just like what do you mean?
I mean, I'm not discrediting her, but that's like LASIK eye surgery helps you see clearer. So I don't know.
But it's because how like I have watched so many horror stories too, but they say because it fucks with your nerve, or like, I mean, I feel like everyone's different, but like you literally have a laser in your eye, so it can affect people differently. But I don't know, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But I asked him about LASIK, but he was like, unfortunately, because your eyesight keeps getting worse every year, he's like, would it make sense for you? He's like, you can get LASIK, but your eyesight would still be bad. So I was like, fuck.
I mean, I got LASIK, and then after, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I experienced a lot of dry eye. Like, I would wake up every morning and my eyes were so dry that it would hurt. But you know what I did? Vitamin A every single day, and my eyes are fine now.
But you know, and I read this somewhere too, where they were like, don't you guys notice that all the eye doctors have glasses because they would never get LASIK?
I saw that too. Trust me, when I saw these horror stories, I was like, thank God that I did not see this years ago, because I would have been so scared, and thank God that like my surgery went well. Because imagine if it didn't, like, I don't know how I would be able to.
I think about that all the time too. Like,
yeah. I wonder if you can like reverse stigmatism and like bad eyesight, because I've also seen that you can reverse cavities by doing coconut pulling. Oil pulling.
I do coconut oil.
Me too.
The first time I did
I feel like we're putting you guys on. We're being such good influencers.
We are, huh?
We really are. This is the definition of influencer.
yeah. So I remember Barbara, I think she was talking about it, how root canals are so bad.
I got a root canal too.
Yes. Root canals are so bad for you because they literally fuck with the nerves and like.
And you know, fluoride is bad for you too. Fluoride in toothpaste and stuff.
Oh, I know.
You know, I took my kids to the dentist and they were starting to get cavities, and they're like, "We're gonna put fluoride," and I was like, "No." And they probably thought I was crazy. And I was so scared because, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but, like, one of the reasons that you can get CPS called on you is if...
Oh, yeah.
I told you this. I was like, one of the reasons you can get CPS called on you is if a dentist or anybody notices bad oral hygiene on your kids. So when I went to the dentist, I was like, okay, I know fluoride's not good for you, and I don't want my kids to have that. So when she was telling me that, I'm like so nervous. I was like, if I tell her, she might think I'm neglecting my kids' teeth, but like I don't want them to have that. But I told her, I was like, no, like we're not doing fluoride. But yeah.
So what did they do?
They just didn't do fluoride.
Oh, man. Okay, well, root canals are really bad for you, right? So the coconut oil basically pulls out all the bacteria and all the gunk and all the bad stuff from your teeth, and it's really good, and it actually can prevent cavities. You know, I don't eat a lot of sweets, but I was feeling a little bit of pain in my teeth, and I'm like, I wonder why. But supposedly it's the toothpaste that's really bad for your teeth.
I mean, it depends on like what type of toothpaste you're using and like what it has in it.
Because I went to Erewhon to buy like a really natural, nice toothpaste, and it was fucking disgusting. So I just went back.
No, yeah, most of them are really nasty. Like I've gone through like a few of them myself.
Yeah, no, but Bramty and I are going to go on a retreat. We're going to see how it does. No, I literally don't have any friends that are into like holistic wellness. There we go. Holistic wellness. But so tonight, you guys, I am taking Bramty out. Yeah. We're going to have a fun time. We are in Miami, like we said, for Miami Swim Week. I went out last night and she left me.
So like Daisy is just very crazy. I love her though. And I know that if like I go out with Daisy that it's gonna be a crazy night. So last night I was just not feeling it. So I told Daisy, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the hotel, I'm gonna get dressed, and I'll see you later. I got to the hotel, I showered, took my makeup off, and laid in bed, and she kept texting me. She's like, Bram, I'm waiting for you.
I was like, I know you see my text messages. I was like, hey, we're at dinner, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do da. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, she's not gonna I should have known right then and there that you weren't gonna come out. But I was talking to my mom. She's like, did you go out last night? I was like, yeah, but I came home early. She's like, what time? I was like 4. She's like, that's early. And I was like, for Miami, it's early.
Tell me how it's 3 a.m. And this, I wake up in the morning, right? And I have like 4 texts from Daisy. At 3 a.m., she goes, do you have Band-Aids? I'm like, I'm sleeping.
I was drunk already, but I missed her so much that I was just texting her. I was like, I'm gonna get wasted. And then obviously because she was asleep, I was just replying back for her. But tonight we're gonna go to Perro Negro. It's gonna be so much fun. Before she leaves me, because I literally told her, I was like, you're not leaving until we do an episode, because I want to talk about you. So tell us about your Cuba trip. I think it's so beautiful, everything you're doing. Somebody brought it up at the event too, right? And I love that she gets recognized for that. I think it's
Admiring?
Yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, so I went to Cuba. I just got back from Cuba, I think 3 days ago. But then it wasn't my first time visiting. I went again before that. And the reason I have a connection with Cuba is because my husband's Cuban and then my kids are half Cuban. And I've always wanted to go. So we went for the first time for our anniversary, but it was like 4 days. And you can't really like get to know, you know, the place in 4 days. So we were like, but we fell in love with it and we're like, we want to go again. But this time, like, since the first time we went, we realized like how much help everybody there needed, because I don't know if you know this, but Cuba, I mean, I don't want to say too much because I don't know if some people are with it or against it, but basically like the government really isn't for the people, and there's no medicine, there's no access to like doctors or like medical supplies. There's no grocery stores filled with things. Like you have to go for yourself to see it with your own eyes and just see like how much they are in need of everything. And so when we went the second time, we brought the kids and we brought suitcases filled with like Advil, Tylenol, kids medicine, baby formula. We brought like just everything that they would need, and we went and we handed it out. And we also brought the kids because we're like, you know, there's like, they need to see this because they need to realize like how blessed they are. And you can't just tell your kids like you're blessed, you have this, because they don't know any different. But then when they're seeing something different, like it really like, you know, impacts them. Yeah. So we went and we helped out, and it is just crazy. So like we met this family and this husband and wife, and they're amazing. Like we hung out with them, they cooked us dinner, everything. And she was telling us how I can't remember exactly what it was, but she needed something, like she needed an injection of something because she was experiencing something. And she went to her local urgent care and they said like, listen, we don't have any syringes. Like if you need the shot, like we're gonna have to use this used syringe on you. So you either cure yourself and use a used syringe or don't. And she had to use a used syringe on her. They don't even have syringes. Her husband has like hemorrhoids and he needs surgery for them. And in order for you to get surgery, you have to go and find the anesthesia. You have to find the tools. You have to find everything that you need for surgery. So if you have family in the United States, they can send you these things, but it's going to cost them like $500 for everything, or like, I don't even know how much. And if you don't have family in the United States, like you have to deal with it. So like that is just a glimpse of like how little and non-existent of things there are in Cuba. So I felt kind of stupid bringing Advil and like baby formula because I didn't know any better, but they were like, no, it's fine. Like you didn't know, like this is good. But like they need syringes. They need I think I can't remember the name of it, but you know when you get an IV and they put that needle part in your it's called like a I don't know what it's called. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. They need that. They need tools. They need anesthesia. Like girls there don't even have pads or tampons. What? And then we went to the country because we experienced the city, the country, and the beach. We went to the country and it was like 8 p.m. and we noticed that all the lights in the town were off, and we're like, what's happening? And they're like, the government just turns off the lights. And we're like, why? And they're like, just because they need to save themselves money, and they don't let us know. It's not like a strict schedule. Like just turn it off whenever they feel like it. So it was from 8 to 12. The next day, it turned off from like 2 to 6 p.m. And then it turned off from 12 to 4 in the morning. And me and my kids and Louis were in an Airbnb in the middle of this town with the doors open, the windows open, sleeping. Like let that process in your head, because it was so hot in that Airbnb. It was like 90 degrees. We were in Cuba, in a town with the doors open, that like anything can happen to you. Anybody can walk in, do anything, but it's very safe there. But either way, when you're with kids, it's more risky. And then we had nets around the beds because there's like a lot of bugs and mosquitoes, and we're sweating our asses off because we're not used to that because we're so privileged. But this is like their everyday life to life. Like, I mean, day-to-day life. And it just, you have to go for yourself to be like, wow, I'm so blessed. Like I have it so amazing. So it definitely like changed my eyes. It changed my mindset, my perspective. It opened my eyes. And no, yeah, that was like a little summary of my trip.
I just think it is absolutely insane that they're struggling even for a syringe. I had no idea. Honestly, I mean, I feel like people don't really look into things like that unless it applies to them. Mm-hmm. And I mean,
what were we saying? I don't know. Oh my god. Tell them what happened.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be completely honest and tell y'all that I came very unprepared. Look, It was a lot for me to pack up the lights, the stand, the huge camera, all my equipment, the audio, the microphone, everything, right? Little old me packed all this in a maleta. I came here with 3 suitcases and a big backpack. I felt like I was prepared. I had my beautiful, expensive 4K camera and it died. I forgot the charger. I'm like, fuck. Let's film on my Canon G7X, right? I'm like, they won't care about the quality. It's just the audio. Me here with one microphone. And then the battery dies. And I'm like, don't worry, Bramty. I'm like, I have another battery. We put the battery in. This one dies. And I'm like, Bramty, thank God that she had the same camera and the same battery. So now we're filming on a 3rd battery. So Bramty saved the day. This whole podcast is a mess, but it's okay. I'm
Listen. I've seen other guests on your podcast with VIP treatment, and I'm over here like this is the treatment that I get.
It's because here's the thing, you guys. I used to have a team where I would just show up and everything would be set up like you were there the first time. And so now I'm trying to be Miss Independent Solo Traveling Diaries. And so it's okay. Next time I'm going to be more prepared. I'm going to have 2 chargers and 3 batteries just for you. Okay. And you're the only guest that has came on here twice. Actually, I'm lying. It was my sister, Daphne.
Oh, that's your sister.
Yeah. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. But we were talking in the elevator. We were still talking about holistic thing. I don't even know. Where did we leave off? What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Does your cousin remember?
Virginia, do you remember what we spoke about before we ended it?
We were talking about something and we got into it.
Mexico?
No.
Something about Cuba?
No.
I just did my speech about Cuba.
Yeah.
And I gave it to you and you're like,
Okay, well, Bramty and I forgot what we were talking about before we got rudely interrupted. Oh, we were talking about being here in Miami and then going out and then getting crazy. And then, okay, well, anyways, so tonight we're going to go out. And I was telling Bramty that I was just so happy to see her because I don't really get to see her and she's always busy and she is superwoman. So, you gave me a hug today.
I did.
Was it because you felt bad for me?
No.
Yeah.
No, because like we were out at dinner, me, Daisy, and my cousin, and like we just started like getting very deep, right? Like trauma bonding.
Yeah.
And me and my cousin went to the bathroom, and then when I came back, like you were sitting there by yourself waiting for us, and I was like, last time I tried to hug you, you didn't want one, and then when you tried to hug me, I didn't want one because we're very like we don't like showing that emotion, or like we're not like affectionate. So, and I was like, you know what? Like, let me just hug her. Like, let me just break the chain. Like, let me just hug her. So, and I hugged her. And then I was like, Daisy, like, even though like we don't hang out every day or talk every day, like even when we see each other after not seeing each other for months, like we're still like good. Yeah. And like, that's a good type of friendship to have. So I just hugged her. And she's like, are you okay? Like,
yeah, no, I love our friendship though, because it's very balanced and genuine. And I told Bram, I was like, we're in this till I die. But well, I'm a ride or die, but it cuts off at die. But
with your implants.
Yeah, literally. But I think I'm just going to end it here. So we are about to go out. So we're going to have so much fun. Thank you so much, Bramty, for coming on here. I'm so proud of you as your friend, as, you know, just a woman that appreciates you and admires you. And I look up to you a lot and I love you. And I'm so thankful to be here with you. And we're about to go get...
Keep it PG.
We're about to go... We're about to have a great night and be responsible. And she's going to leave me tomorrow, but it's okay. But thank you so much for...
Thank you for having me. And I love being here. And look, we're holding hands.
No, but seriously, thank you so much for coming on here. And thank you guys for tuning into Daisy Diaries. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.